Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. Today we are going to take a look at the Future Flash from DC Universe Online, the Future Flash Red we could say, but also the Future Flash from the New 52, the Blue Future Flash. So let's get this party started. Some time ago we got the Future Flash headpiece from the Flashpoint time capsule, but people were a bit puzzled why we had a Future Flash headpiece and we did not have the Future Flash style. Although technically with the Speed Force Spectrum suit, we kind of sort of had a style for the Future Flash, or that kind of works with the Future Flash headpiece. Although if you don't use any materials, it looks more like the Flash from the Justice League movie than the actual Future Flash in DCUO. And here I was able to upgrade it a bit with using some of the Future Flash style for the hands, like to get the lightning around the hands. Sadly, as you can see, there is two lightning. If we could have only one, that would probably be a bit better. Even then, the lightnings are a bit big and bulky, but it's pretty much the only option we really have in this case. But then at some point, I had an illumination. I came to realize that we could use the red metallic material to improve the look of the style, at least a little bit. Although I had to use the red metallic chroma 2 for the headpiece so that we could have the wings on the side of the head a different color. And I ended up using the sinister material so that we could have some of the style yellow, so that it would have a bit more contrast. I toyed with the idea of using the red metallic chroma for the chest piece as well, but opted to simply stick with the red metallic material. So obviously I'm using the Future Flash headpiece. The chest and the pants are the Speed Force Spectrum. The same with the belt. For the boots, I'm using the Argus boots. And for the gloves, for the lightning thingy around the gloves, I'm using the Speed Force style. For the face style, I'm using the Power of Zeus to get that lightning effect for the eyes. For the aura, I'm using the Sparking Aura. Sadly, it's an aura that is pretty rare at this point. So if you try to buy it, the only place where you can really get it is from the broker or from the trade chat. And at this point, you're going to spend like 1 billion to purchase it. You could purchase a modular version from the Quarks vendor instead. For the accessory, I'm using the new Speed Force conduit. I'm also using the Speed Force back style. So I'm using the back style and the gloves for the Speed Force. As I mentioned, the Future Flash cowl comes from the Flashpoint time capsule. Sadly, you have to gather 12 collections to be able to get the Flash cowl. I made a video about it. I'll put a link to the video in the description down below so that you can see which collections you need in order to get the Flash cowl. Or you could simply purchase the cowl directly from a broker. As you can see right now, the price is about 120 million. Sadly, at this point, the Flash cowl will get more and more rare as time goes by, so the price will probably keep on going up and up. Eventually, the cowl should be added to the Booster Gold vendor, but that's going to be like in 2 or 3 years. So if you want to have the cowl right now, yeah, you pretty much have to buy it from the broker. But if you play the long game and you are willing to wait, you could wait for the cowl to be on the Booster Gold vendor. Obviously, it's not perfect, but I thought it gave us a pretty cool looking Flash from the future of DCUO. I used that style a few times playing a few missions not too long ago, and there's a few people that were quite complimentary about that style. It did seem to be, I wouldn't say a hit, but it was popular with some players. And the other Flash we got was a blue Flash at the start of pretty much early on in the New 52. I forget if it was the very first storyline in the Flash in the New 52 or close to that, or just in the early days. But we can create a pretty good version of the Future Flash, the blue Future Flash that we had at the start of the New 52. Obviously, it's not exactly it. It's kind of hard to reproduce the exact pattern of the white lines that the style had, but we can make a pretty good approximation. And in this case, I was able to add the Speed Force belt and the Speed Force gloves to add a bit more lightning to the style. You could probably use also the Speed Force Spectrum for the belt. You decide which option you prefer. I guess the best thing you would need to be able to reproduce this style is the blue vinyl neon chroma, because you probably could use other chest piece. I'll show you maybe a few variations for the chest piece and the pants. But basically, the blue vinyl neon chroma allows us to have a blue Flash with those nice white shiny lines. Although you could probably try to reproduce the look as well without the material, it still looks good enough. And you still have the shiny lines thanks to the chest piece and the pants. but I kind of prefer it with the material. For the headpiece, here I'm using the Future Flash cowl, but you could use the Speedster cowl, which is the original Flash cowl we got from the marketplace. It's actually probably closer to the new 52 style. Sadly, you can see there's a bit of skin on the edge of the mask, so it's not quite perfect, sadly. Or you could use a new Speed Force cowl. Here I'm going to use the enhanced version of the Speed Force cowl. And I'm still using the Sparking Aura, the Speed Force bag, the Speed Force accessory. For the belt also I'm using the Speed Force, the same for the gloves, and here again the headpiece. For the mask I'm using the half slimline mask. Obviously I'm using the enhanced version of the Flash emblem. And there's probably a few other options like the paneled bodysuit. Although in this case you can see the paneled bodysuit doesn't shine the same way that the Traces in Time does. So to get the shiny style we might decide to use the blue vinyl neon chroma on the chest piece and the pants. Although it doesn't create quite the same effect, there was quite a lot of white lines on the style of the blue Flash. I guess if you really had to, the angled flex suit could be another option. It's not exactly it, but depending on the styles you have, it could be an option. Another option I've seen people use was the digital invasion. Not really, but again, depending on the styles you have, if you have no choice, I could see someone use that. Although recently we got a brand new style that would probably be perfect for that, it's the enhanced Speed Force style. So that could work to give us a pretty good looking future blue Flash. And I'll show you in a second why I went with the enhanced version as opposed to the regular version. So again, it's not exactly perfect, but it's pretty darn close. It's about as close as we can get, I think, at this point. The emblem is not quite right, but within the context of DC Universe Online, sometimes you have to make compromises, you have to make choices. Oh yeah, let's remove the gloves. Ironically enough, if we use the Speed Force style, we don't actually need to use the Speed Force gloves. I love that we have now finally those lightning around the edge of the what should be the gloves. So why did I use the enhanced version? It is so that we can use it without using the material. So if we use the enhanced version of the Speed Force style, it gives us a pretty darn good version of the future blue Flash. Right now, the blue vinyl neon chroma pack is still available. You can still purchase it from the broker, and it is about 35 million. So somewhere between 35 and 45 million. I know that it may seem like a lot of money, but if you are a legendary player and if you know how to play the broker, you should be able to get 30 million with it'll take a bit of work, but you should be able to do it. For the Speed Force style, you can also purchase it from the broker. Right now the prices, it's a bit expensive. I'm a bit surprised. I didn't expect the prices to be this high, considering that we can still purchase a Speed Force on the vendors right now. The Speed Force style comes from the anniversary event vendor, so I'm a bit surprised that it is that expensive on the broker. So I'm a bit surprised that the prices are that expensive on the broker, seeing how you can still purchase the style from the vendor, and it's basically 25 Cordon crowns. As I'm recording this, you still have roughly 1 month to be able to play the anniversary event, so you should have more than enough time to be able to purchase the Speed Force style. So I find it a bit hard to believe that people are selling the Speed Force style for that much money on the broker. So this is also a bit why I wanted to make this video right now, because right now you can still purchase the Speed Force style from the vendor for not that expensive. But eventually you will have no choice, you will have to buy it from the broker. Once the anniversary event is over, the broker will be the only place where you're going to be able to purchase a style. And if the prices are that expensive right now, well, you can still buy it from the vendor. I guarantee you that by next summer, the prices will be very expensive. Although if somehow you miss out on the current event and you don't want to buy it from the broker, if you play the long game, next year, next January, the anniversary event will come back. So if you don't buy the style this year for whatever reason, you miss out on the event or you didn't get the chance to be able to farm for the style, don't worry. The event will be back next year. So next year you will be able to purchase the style again. So whether you want to recreate the Future Flash from DC Universe Online or the Future Flash from the New 52, we're starting to have pretty much an embarrassment of riches when the time comes to recreating our friend the Flash, whether the future version or not. If you have any questions, feel free to ask so in the comment section down below, and I'll see what I can do about answering your questions. I have roughly 2,000 videos about this Universe Online at this point, so if I don't answer a question right away, just search in my videos. Odds are I already made a video that answers your question. Or click one of the videos that you see on your screen right now. Bye-bye.